Hello, everybody. Tyrone the Guy 3 here, and welcome to a discussion that we want to have here with you all today. The discussion basically is the first episode of Dragon Ball Super has been released for quite some time now, and we are all here to share our first impressions and thoughts on what we think of the series based off this first episode. So here with me, I have guests KG.
Hey, yo.
And Dean.
Hello.
So with that said, everybody, man, I gotta say, well, first off, we'll get your thoughts. Dean, what did you think of the first episode of Dragon Ball Super? Is there any of your moments that you really like?
I liked most of it, honestly. The Goku and the tractor thing was something that caught me off guard at the beginning.
They see me rolling.
They hate me. It was something weird because when he when he got off the tractor. And he looked like he was going to pick up that, the tree stump or whatever.
Yeah.
When he first picked it up, I thought he was going to struggle with it. I'm like, wait, what are they doing here? And then he ends up just throwing it away. I'm like, oh, okay.
They nerfed him.
They nerfed him.
Goku lowered his power, I think, so much to the point. Because he's doing regular field work. If he used full power, he's going to wreck the whole place.
I find it funny how he didn't, break the steering wheel on that thing or anything like he did with the car back in the...
Yeah, well, Goku knows how to drive now, so...
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I guess
canon.
it does. I mean...
Yeah, it's canon.
Yeah, I liked a lot of the episode. My favorite part of the whole episode, though, was probably the Goten and Trunks going after the water thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fighting the snake. That was honestly, that was the only fight we had in this episode. But it was still good to see again. I'm
actually surprised we had a fight in this episode, to be honest. I really didn't expect it.
Yeah, a lot of people thought it was a slow beginning, but you know what? I think it's just because we haven't seen this in 18 years, and they want to ease us back into it again, getting to know all the characters again.
And that's always been Dragon Ball Z style. They never just rush straight into things. Even in the first episode, Gohan's running away from a freaking lion or tiger or whatever. They're not starting it off right with Raditz just slams in. Where's Kakarot?
Yeah, I think people are forgetting that in between, the fights and everything, there are moments where we're just relaxing and stuff. It's not just go straight into fights in the first episode, I think it's probably because we're so used to the movies by now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
but anyway.
So KG, what were your best moments in the first episode of Dragon Ball Super?
Before I get into that one, I do really want to talk a little bit more about the whole situation regarding fans' reactions to this being slow-paced and all that. I feel like these people who are saying this never watched the original Dragon Ball.
Right.
I'm just saying, because clearly, if you haven't seen, and this also happens in DBZ, before they begin an arc, they always have some way to kind of reintroduce these characters because, time has passed since then. So, it's kind of weird because it's like, yeah, this is the beginning of a new arc. So it's kind of a refresher episode to get people, reintroduced to these characters again after 18 long years, Mm-hmm. And I feel like the way they've been doing it right now, I'm really enjoying it because to me personally, there isn't enough episodes that are filler based in Dragon Ball.
Honestly, I could watch filler Dragon Ball, I think, forever, just because of the characters alone.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. One of the moments I like the most in Dragon Ball Z as far as episodes is a moment where Goku and the others are training for the androids, not the actual fight against them.
Yeah, right. It's strange that way, isn't it?
Yeah, because they're driving cars.
It's probably because it's something we don't usually expect them to do.
They're driving cars. Yamcha's lifting regular people weight, so he destroyed the weight room. Just nice moments between the characters, interactions, and things like that. So I really like moments like those. And KG, you were basically, did you say your favorite moment in the episode yet?
No, I haven't.
I
not. I didn't want to really want to go into even further.
I didn't want to talk over you. I like that moment.
Okay, I'll put this in 4 words, basically, how I feel about this. Mm-hmm. Welcome back, old friend. In all honesty, that's the best way I could put it. It is so good to be able to go and talk about DBZ in a way like this that I never imagined would happen. After 18 long years, we can discuss what we can expect for the future of DBZ. I mean, that's the most exciting part about this series to me as a whole, is that we are going at this blind. We don't have the entire catalog of episodes already at our hands, at our disposal.
Like the Koro scans. Yeah.
No, and this is going to be one of the series I'm going to attempt to not really spoil myself in all of that because I really want to do this like how I was back then when I had no idea about any of this stuff and was just going episode after episode, watching it for what it was, not spoiling myself, and just feeling the intense hype for when each episode passes by. So, you know, I think that's going to be something that I'm going to really connect with within this series, and that's that. I hope I don't spoil myself in any way, shape, or form. Like, the only thing I know is that we're going to get some arcs later down the road that, you know, it's already been discussed a lot lately around the web, so it's not something that nobody knows.
We're going to get into that topic a little bit later.
Yeah. But now, speaking about the episode as a whole, finally I can talk about that one. I gotta say, it really was heartwarming, this episode. I mean, like, the whole Videl scene, you know, with Goten and Trunks getting the water, and then you just get to see her just, like, smell it and be like,
I really like her design, by the way. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why. They changed it a lot. She's the most changed character, I think.
I believe so, yeah. Well, it's her and Gohan, actually, which is ironic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Videl's design in this one is great. You know, it fits along with the other DBZ cast. You know, she doesn't seem like the odd one out or anything. And like I mentioned, this was a very nice, heartwarming episode, especially now seeing Goku actually, you know, being alongside his son, Goten.
Yes.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, I mean, like, that, you know, you got to take attention to that. You know, all of this stuff was happening during the middle of an incident with the Majin Buu arc, and he never really got to spend any legit quality time with his son. So it was great to see that in this, you know, episode. You just get to see them interacting. Like, my favorite moment was, you know, when Goten just flown over to Goku and was like, hey, look, I brought lunch and all that. And Goku was questioning, wait, aren't you supposed to be at school? And Goten replies, it's Sunday. I love that moment, you know. It was heartwarming.
You just reminded me of the moment where, like, Goku's choking on food while Goten was driving the tractor.
And he keeps looking back at him.
Goten winds up patting Goku's stomach while the tractor's still moving, then makes it back in the next frame. I'm just like, oh my god. I love this.
That's clearly for budgets.
I love this series.
It's so great, you know. I cannot wait for next week's episode.
Yeah.
Wait, what day is it? Thursday? Friday?
Yeah, today's the episodes come out on Saturday, right?
Oh, do they?
Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
Saturday night, yeah.
Okay.
But I think they come out raw Saturday night. They come out sub Sunday morning.
Yeah. Thankfully they do that now.
Yeah, so I gotta say, there's so many moments. I'm gonna try to break it down to a reasonable amount, though, because I love this whole episode. I've watched it 4 times.
Oh my! I watched it twice.
I watched it 3 times.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah, because you know,
it's
raw
so good.
Spanish and English.
Well,
I watched it 4 times.
I watched it 2.5 times because I watched the second part before the subs came out.
Yeah.
Because
because we never got to see the first few minutes of it when we watched it live.
Yeah. Okay.
So that actually
2.5, 3, and 4. Good for me.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, I watched this thing 4 times already. I love the moment where we already mentioned Goten and stuff with the tractor. I gotta say, Goten. I've always had a soft spot for Goten. To me, he's like the modern young Goku. If that makes any sense. Like Kid Goku if he were in modern time.
Right.
My problem with Goten, though, was that he was always glued to Trunks.
Yeah,
I gotta say, Dragon Ball Super did a good job. They still put him with Trunks, only they put him in the second half. This was mostly a Goten-based episode.
Yeah, it kind of was, wasn't it?
Yeah, like, he's got to spend some time with his father, which God knows that hasn't really happened for real. So I'm really loving that moment. And I love how the whole episode was basically Goten telling Goku what he did today. And it came out really good. And a lot happened. Yeah, we got introduced to characters and we still had enough time for a quest.
Which is surprising, actually.
Yeah, I viewed a small mundane quest to get water. But
was there anything special about that water? Or
no,
is it just water?
It was like Goten and Trunks are children, and they don't know.
I mean, she kind of after went, she was like, "Oh, maybe."
Yeah, she's like, they're children. They don't. It was the thought that counts. They fought a fucking snake to get it.
Yeah.
So it's the thought that counts, and I think that was probably what made that heartwarming moment so heartwarming, was because they went through hell and a half for some water. And they're all scarred up. It's kind of disappointing to see that they got scarred up by a snake, but
yeah,
I think they were just saying that the scuffle to get the water made them dirty. Hopefully. But
I think it's because they were trying to be protective, of the water.
Well, because the old people.
Yeah, and it's the thought that counts too. It's just like, and I really love seeing Goten and Trunks together. It's just Dragon Ball Z started them off together, which means Goten didn't really have a time to develop. So I really like Goten in the series. Also, I'm really liking that new design he's gonna get later.
Oh, really? Now
he doesn't have the sleeves anymore.
Oh, I thought that was just an error in the opening.
No. He doesn't have the sleeves anymore. He has the wristbands. He looks more like Goku.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool, and I'm hoping, and I'm glad that it didn't focus all eyes on Goku too.
No, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that.
I'm wondering if
we'll talk about that other series in a minute.
Oh.
But yeah, I really loved this episode. Even those little moments where Hercule's old disciples were assisting him with the interview.
I don't know how you caught that, because maybe it's because you watched
I am a Dragon Ball Z nut. Okay?
I was like, are you
because
serious?
I'm a fucking nerd.
you got to remember, Dan. He watched it 4 times. At this point, he knows every single moment.
Okay, you know what? I picked up on the disciples on the first time I watched it.
Oh,
okay. Well, that clearly ruins that.
I watched. I recently watched the Cell Game Saga too. I was watching all of them because Super was coming up.
So you're marathoning that series.
Yeah. So, but I gotta say, I just loved this whole episode. I fell in love with all of it because I'm the type of fan that doesn't fall in love with just the fights. I can actually watch an episode that doesn't have fighting in it. One of my favorite episodes is Goku and Piccolo driving.
Yeah, and I think many fans also enjoyed that episode because how obscure it was compared to what we always expect from the Dragon Ball series. Exactly, it was great.
I like the episode where Gohan's Great Saiyaman, he's just rapping on top of the tower. He's like, hi-ho, here we go. I'm the man with the plan to uplift the good and root out the bad.
Wait.
I was my God.
Wait, when did this happen?
It was the second episode of the Great Saiyaman saga where he is Great Saiyaman. And they are discovering him saving. I think, what did he do? I think he stopped a plane.
I thought you went on the lookout. I was like, wait.
No.
He's in the city, right?
Yeah, he's in the city, and he's standing on top of this tower in the city, just rapping about who he is.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
And I died. It was the best moment in my life.
I really like that saga, by the way. A lot of people didn't, but
yeah, a lot of people did. So with that said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to segue like that. But yeah, just with that said, I love the whole episode, but I like mostly Goten's stuff.
Okay.
So with that said, next we'll move on to the next topic. Basically, what we learned from Dragon Ball Super is that we got introduced to Beerus, even though we've already been introduced to Beerus via Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. We've learned information that there's going to be 3 major sagas. There's the Battle of God saga. Then there's the Revival of F saga, Resurrection F saga.
Yep.
And then there's the next saga, which is not based off any movie, called Universe 6. So, what are your thoughts about Dragon Ball Super rehashing 2 movies and spreading them into sagas? KG?
Okay, yeah, I wanted to ask if I could start this one first because
I knew already.
Look, I have to say, to those who are kind of disappointed that we have to do this again, I'm honestly okay with it because they have, when you do a movie, you have to think about how much you can put into a limited amount of time. Obviously you can't really make these movies like an hour longer than it already is. Like it's already 1 hour to 2 hours to Battle of Gods
1 hour,
movie.
30 minutes. There's 20 plus minutes of extra footage that you get from the DVD. So 150.
Yeah, so imagine if they had to add an extra hour just to go even further to these characters. It wouldn't really go well with a movie. in a TV series, on the other hand, they have more possibilities to sort of branch out these characters and, explore their backstory, what they could potentially do, give some new information regarding these characters. I like Beerus, I like Whis. It's just I want to know more about them, but we just can't get that in a movie unless you make it specifically based on the backstory for these characters. But when you're doing it and you have Goku as the main character and all that, and Vegeta or something like that, it's not going to work so well. So I'm very happy that they're going with this approach in that we have this arc happening, the Battle of Gods and the Resurrection F. Mostly Battle of Gods in particular because, that's pretty much where it all began. So I'm super interested to see what they're going to do in this one. Like, what are they going to change? What do we expect now? Maybe are they going to change the way Goku goes into Super Saiyan God? How will the encounter be? There's a lot of things I'm really questioning with this one. Is it going to even be exactly similar to the movies? That's also another thing that I'm questioning as well. Could it be a copy-paste except just expanded, or is it actually going to be rewritten specifically just for the anime? So there's a lot of things that we have to consider with this one, but I'm really interested to see what they have in store for this because, like I mentioned, they have more possibilities to branch out with these characters, and I hope they do it to the best of the potential. That's the one thing I'm rooting for with this, and I hope it's successful because, it's a refresher kind of thing. It's a refresher arc, just get people, back into these characters once again, and hopefully, like I mentioned, it succeeds. So that's my thoughts on it as a whole. I'm interested and cannot wait to see what they have in store for that.
Yay!
Okay, so Dean, what do you think about the first two movies being spreaded into sagas?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I know. I'm honestly scared. I'm really, really scared with what they're doing.
They're coming.
Well, I'm scared of Frieza. Yes. I'm really scared with how they're gonna handle this because the thing is about this. Unless they change it around, which I'm hoping they do, because otherwise we already know what's going to kind of happen next.
Yes.
Which is a problem. I think back in the day watching DBZ, for me at least, it was like I didn't know what was going to happen next. I was always on the edge of my seat. Now it's not really going to be that way. I can kind of tell what's going to be happening because we've seen the movies. However, though, I really like how it's being drawn out and not being... I think the movies... They had to rush it because they had to rush it within an hour and a half to 2-hour movie or whatever. Yeah. With the anime, though, like KG said, you can actually spread things out, develop these characters. We get to know them a little bit more. Even though we kind of need to get to know, what's going to happen next, we still get a little more backstory on Beerus and why is he a god of destruction? Maybe we'll find out about that.
Yeah.
And that fat guy, is he part
Champa.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah, champagne.
I believe, champagne, whiskey, and beers.
Are they going to be Dimension 6 stuff? Probably, we're thinking.
I want to say that they're going to. I want to say that they're Battle of God saga.
You really think they're actually going to show up?
They keep advertising him here. Why would he be like 3
That's
sagas
true because
over?
we're not seeing Frieza at all. So maybe they are changing this.
And the opening only shows him Goku going to Super Saiyan God, not
That's
Super
true.
Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
So I guess you guys heard about this theory where this is like an alternate dimension to Battle of Gods or whatever. Did you guys hear about that kind of theory?
Yeah, I've heard about that theory. People have been
mentioning. Actually,
what'd you say, Tyron?
I did not hear this.
Oh, okay. So people are thinking that the Battle of Gods is actually like a alternate timeline dimension thing of this. This is going to be something completely separate from the Battle of Gods movies, which is why we see those two other people here. Maybe.
Right.
Otherwise, we got introduced to Whis and Beerus in this episode. We didn't get introduced to the other two, which is kind of strange. But maybe, I don't know what could actually happen here. But overall, I'm skeptical. I'm very skeptical right now. But I'm still going to watch it because I love DBZ. So we're going to have to see.
Oh, okay. When I saw this, when I figured this out, not even when the episodes came out, I figured this out in the manga scans. When they were showing off Beerus and Whis was like, "Oh, Super Saiyan God?" ? I'm like, wait a minute, we've already been introduced to the Super Saiyan God, and Beerus already knows what that is. Yeah. Why is Goku going Super Saiyan 1? And why is he preparing for fighter stronger than Majin Buu when Beerus already exists?
Oh, there was something I forgot to mention. Wasn't in the movie he was like asleep forever How long was he asleep for in
He
the
was
movie?
asleep for about, I can't remember how many years, but I know he was asleep.
1,000.
This takes place 3.5 something years before Battle of Gods, right? Is that
Yeah.
right?
I think
So,
it's basically immediately after.
So wouldn't he still be asleep at this point then?
No. I think this happens like basically right when he wakes up.
Really? Okay.
The difference here is Goku was already training at King Kai's when Beerus woke up. When Beerus started to wake up.
Oh, that's.
Whereas in Dragon Ball Super, Beerus woke up before Goku went to King Kai's to train. It's just this time we have a reason why Goku went to train.
I got a question, guys.
Yeah.
Did they ever confirm that Beerus was sleeping in DB Super?
I believe no, they did not.
No.
So do you think they scrapped that?
They might have.
Even in the manga, they probably just scrapped it. I figured they did it for the movie just because, oh my God, he's woke.
So
Yeah.
maybe these first few episodes are going to be like year gaps between, because it's, like you said, it's 3.5 years before Battle of Gods happens. So if he's already going to King Kai's next episode, then I'm confused.
I'm guessing that Goku's gonna train for a while. For a while in
For
King
3 years?
Kai.
Okay.
No. Well, that's not unlike Goku.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't be down with that.
Yeah, but when I learned, I put all these pieces together when I was looking at the manga scans, and I'm thinking, why would they do this? And the only other time they've done this was during Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But the problem was they did it in reverse. They showed the series, then they showed a movie version of the first two.
Oh,
seasons.
that's right. Yeah.
And then I think Path to Power is basically the Red Ribbon Army saga.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking to myself, though, well, why would they do this even though we've already seen Resurrection F and Battle of Gods? And the only thing I can think of was that they needed money to make Dragon Ball Super. So, how to make money? You make the two into movies, then you make the series.
Yeah.
And at first I was like Dean. I was very skeptical. I was like, oh my God, this is bullcrap. That is really lazy and all of that. But then I thought two things. One, like KG said, we get to spread these characters out more. Like, things will have more detail to them. They won't just be, each scene won't be about 5 minutes long and then we move on to the next. We'll actually have episodes devoted to those little things.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll enjoy about the series the most is.
Yeah.
I think the movie's kind of, well, the one we've seen so far anyway, or at least the one I've seen so far.
Yeah.
It seems a little bit. It seems like they had to rush it because there's only 2 hours, but the anime will hopefully not do that.
The pacing is much more smoother now.
Right.
And then two, won't the scene in Resurrection F with the Z Warriors fighting Frieza Soldier being spreaded into episodes be the coolest episodes in the world?
Oh, hell yeah, if they do Master Roshi justice with that one.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I'm looking very forward to that. And then with the release of Woman Whis and Champa, as well as like several other events that have been added, like Goten's new design and various new scenes we get, I'm actually really interested to see how they're going to remix this Battle of Gods saga. And I do like the idea of them being put into sagas. And I'm guessing that since they already made a movie, they have a template.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll ever confirm why they're doing it like this, though. I wonder if maybe you think they'll ever say
Akira Toriyama.
I gotta say, yeah, Akira Toriyama, man, he's random like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm really looking forward because they already have a template, which means they already have a storyboard to base the sagas off of. Yeah, we know, but it's gonna be interesting to see how some of them get remixed because, like, the fight between Super Saiyan God Goku and Beerus, unfortunately, was paired up with the movie. So
yeah,
I hate to say it like that. It sounds so weird, but so we had a bunch of episodes. I mean, we had a bunch of like minutes of screen time for each character. Then we had the fight, which last about, I want to say maybe 25 minutes total.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, somewhere around that.
Yeah, around 25
That's perfect
minutes.
time for an episode.
That's literally that's your average anime. Anyway, anyway, so to see maybe they'll do a Frieza deal and stretch the fight out so many episodes. No,
I called 3.
They'll probably do that for Resurrection F.
I call it.
But
For old time's sake.
yeah,
They're gonna be sitting there all doing the Super Saiyan God thing for Goku when they're giving him his powers or whatever, and they're gonna take like an episode per person going through all the memories of them.
Yeah, Goku versus Frieza. 5 minutes should be plenty. Saying 10
Oh my
episodes
goodness.
later. Anyway, no, I'm just saying I really would love to see some of these fights separated into episodes now, because now we get more time with them being able to fight and less like, oh my God, here's a whole movie plus the fight.
Yeah.
You know what? Well, now that you mentioned that,
Yeah.
I would like to see during the Battle of Gods, I would like to see a legit fight between the Z Warriors and Beerus, like an episode based on that. Because
oh my God, now that you said that, I'm so pumped. I just remembered they did that.
yeah, so imagine if they sort of expanded on that. You know, we actually get to see a legit battle between Mr. Gohan and Beerus, and we get to see Gotenks actually go in and do something as well.
Yeah,
Vegeta, I think
instead of
Vegeta could get the bigger treatment in this.
Oh my God, yeah,
Vegeta could
Vegeta
dance
have
all.
all-
Vegeta
oh
could
my
dance all
God.
episode.
Well, you're going to be happy knowing how he's going to be handled next week. Then.
Let's
Yeah.
bingo all right.
Hype train.
Oh yeah,
Alrighty,
so overall, I was like Dean. I was skeptical at first, and Dean, you still have the right to be skeptical.
I'll be honest.
Because
I'm
it's
not as
copied.
skeptical now because I kind of know a little bit more info.
Yeah,
But-
because it's copy paste.
Yeah, it feels like it now. But the fact that they're introducing those two other characters that we don't know really anything about makes
Yeah.
me think this is not gonna be Battle of Gods copy paste. So
Oh yeah, well yeah, I think they're going to put twist in it, and I really like. I always thought that these two movies were saga worthy anyway, but they were already movies, so I thought there was nothing that could be done.
it's still
And then-
strange though.
Yeah, and then I remind myself that other anime have done this before too. Like I know One Piece did it with Crocodile, where there's a whole saga devoted to Crocodile in the anime, but then there's a movie version of it.
Oh, spoilers! I'm watching them right now. God,
I'm sorry, that saga's
I'm on
old.
episode 13. I'm so close.
I was gonna say, that saga's old. Anyway, so yeah, and other anime have done this before. It's not unfamiliar. It's just
Oh, hell no.
it's weird to see Dragon Ball Z do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've done it before with Dragon Ball, but no, just like Piccolo said in Team 4-Star, nobody watches Dragon Ball. But
Sadly.
yeah, but I gotta say this is a nice take on it. So with that said, we can move on to the next topic. I guess the next topic would be
The
how do I
opening.
put the opening and the endings. Well,
Oh my
more or less
god!
the
Oh
opening.
my god!
So can we tackle the best one, please?
Yes, Dean, what did you think about the opening?
I loved the opening. Oh, I loved everything about it. When I first heard it, like I guess I heard it in that live stream, or I don't know, where did I hear that? It didn't sound very good.
Oh, no,
heard
no, I
about it in
sent
the
it to you in the
trailers.
link.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking to each other over it, and I'm like, I can't hear anything because we're talking. So I had to watch it by myself later. But yeah, I love it.
I heard it during the trailers, so part of it during the.
Oh
trailers.
yeah, but I mean, like, when you watch it for the first time, you're actually getting the legit,
Yeah. So we'll talk
full-
about audio. Yeah, we'll talk about audio then visual. So Dean.
I love the audio. It was da 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 da. I don't remember how it goes, but I loved it. I don't really know what else to say about that. Honestly, it was. I love the song. So
This come from the guy who hummed Dory Dory and.
don't be mentioning that. That's a secret. No.
Sorry.
No, I'm
By the
kidding.
time this video is over, you'll probably already have enough to go and put that
I'm
thing
not doing
before
it. I'm not doing it.
Hey, if Premiere ever returns, I have to sing "Get a Bond Bond."
I have the video done. I'm just never releasing it. 'Cause
So yeah, and what did you think of the visuals for the opening?
I love the visuals. The fight. There was one thing that I found a little strange. I guess it's because. Actually, I don't know why they're doing it. The point where Goku and Vegeta, they're walking towards looks like the portal to the 6th dimension or whatever. And afterwards, we can see them fighting a little bit. That seemed really slow to me. And I don't know why.
Which particular scene? The one where they're fighting against these
the random
generic
fronts.
Frieza henchmen.
Yeah, they're like, I guess it's the beat to the song or something they're trying to hit. That's what I was thinking.
I'm guessing, yeah.
Yeah, but for some reason, back you would usually see them fighting it like. You couldn't even see the.
I was about to say, yeah. Are you saying it's slow for normal anime standards? Or
Yeah, it's slow for
Dragon Ball
for Dragon Ball standards. I thought,
Okay,
but it fit the song well, which I think was probably why they did it like that.
I think, and you brought up a good point about that. Or you brought up something I wanted to mention. I think Dragon Ball Z is focusing more on choreographing fights now, rather than just like in the olden times where Goku and Vegeta would fight, it'd just be like a flurry of punches animated back and forth into a GIF.
Yeah, basically.
So they're focusing more on martial arts.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like back in what was the movie? World's Strongest? Yeah, World's Strongest did it, and Resurrection F does it.
Yeah.
So so basically you really liked the visuals, but that part was slow.
That part to me was a little weird. I like the Chi-Chi thing at the beginning where they're just yelling at him or whatever, and they're just kind of ignoring her and they walk off. And then we get to see all the everybody, like, with Oolong, Master Roshi, Yamcha, and all of them there. It was just kind of nice to see him again.
So what did you think of the? Well, I guess KG, and I can ask all of us when we're done.
Okay.
So KG, audio and visual thoughts.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put both of them because, honestly, I can't separate it. Like while Dane was talking here just now about what he thought, I was thinking to myself, how can I separate these two?
Yeah,
when these two work so well together.
Mm-hmm.
And you bring up a valid point, Dane, where the way they've been handling the visuals fitted so perfectly with what was going on with, the song in itself. I mean, like at the very beginning part of the song, it was a very nice going melody that it had. You see Goku just running with Goten on the shoulder and all that, and Chi-Chi was chasing after them. It fit well with that part of the song.
Man, a lot of Goku and Goten. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm really loving
that. Yeah, I'm loving that so much.
I think it's well deserved at this point.
Yeah, Goten needs this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm all down for it. It's great. I also love the moment with Vegeta and Trunks. I thought that was also really nice. And, we get to see that song once again fit along with it. Like, that's the thing Tyrone was mentioning. It's the choreography, like you mentioned, but it was more like with the song and the visuals in itself, because the way they've been handling, the way they've been doing the fighting, it worked with what the song was doing during that time.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like the ending where Goku's like, showing up all of his Super Saiyan God with the stances and stuff. Oh my God.
That's what I was going to ask about, you guys. What did you think of the Super Saiyan God flashes?
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm just very happy that they kind of confirmed that, it's going to be in the anime in some form.
Yeah.
And that this is going to be like the new chapter for DBZ, or DB Super, I should say.
Yeah, I was like, were you done with your thoughts on the opening, KG?
Overall, yeah, I love the opening. It's just really amazing to see a brand new opening for Dragon Ball series as a whole.
It's so hard to believe.
It's so hard to believe.
I mean, well, if you look at Dragon Ball Kai 2014, you'll...
I like Kai's opening a lot. Me and KG
I like
both
Kai's
do.
Ending theme.
Oh, I don't remember what the ending theme was, actually.
Yeah, if you go to
I like the one that Good Morning America did. Which one was it? Dear Zeratul, something like that. It was for DB Kai.
Was it for DB Kai 2014?
Yeah.
Break.
It was the first
I like that
ending
one.
song.
Yeah, I like that one. The one where Yamcha, Tien, all the Z Warriors are like getting up and they're injured.
Yeah, they're like, or something like that. Yeah,
I like
that one. So yeah, it's great to see, because the thing is, the ones that did that song are the ones responsible for the ending song. Yeah. So it's great to see them come back, because to me personally, they did a fantastic job in the DB Kai for 2014. So seeing them come back and do it again for DB Super, I really love the ending song visually and song-wise. I thought it was fantastic, going through the history of Goku once again. But the one part I personally enjoyed from both the ending song as well as the opening is the connections, between these characters, the bonds that these characters have. And I think that's what they were trying to go for with these first opening and ending songs. They were trying to go more with the bond of these characters.
I gotta say, Goku's more of a family man in these ending themes now.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, yeah, he's with
Look
Goten.
at that, all the sunset on the hill with all his family.
Yeah, he's with Goten, Chi-Chi, Gohan, and he's with Goten, Gohan, Chi-Chi.
And then gradually everybody else shows up.
And then everybody else shows up. But
even Vegeta.
Aww. Yeah, so they're really emphasizing the pieces going on after Majin Buu's death.
And I'm so thankful for that, because it's finally good to see them outside of fighting. We get to see these characters be finally without having to worry of any situation whatsoever. Even if it's just for one episode, they don't have to
Yeah.
worry a single thing. Mind you, Goku still says he wants to train, but at least he's not, at that point of being like, I have to train at the last second or something like that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to worry about that for a while. So to me personally, it's just great to see these characters outside of fighting and see them just be themselves.
Mhm.
And that's really the case.
I, for one, now as far as the opening and endings go, I gotta say, I love a lot of moments, but I gotta say one moment I do like in particular was like it's very short, but it's like it shows the pillars are like the camera's going past the pillars really fast, and Goku's like bent down and he's getting up, and his hair's like flowing in the wind while all this is happening.
Is this in the opening?
Yeah, this is in the opening.
Particularly in the opening.
Let me look real quick.
Yeah, it is in the opening. Like, the whole scenery is going by really fast. And Goku's hair is just flowing while he's standing on top of this pillar.
Oh, yeah.
It was so
that was
beautifully
good.
animated.
It looks so, yeah, I was about to say, it looks really good. And then he transforms Super Saiyan. Then we see, and this anime, I don't know what it is about the opening and ending, but they're really showing off Goku, Goten, and Gohan. Because, Goten ends up transforming Super Saiyan. This is what we see his new design, too. Well, with the wristbands instead of the sleeves. So he transformed Super Saiyan, and then we see Gohan transform Ultimate Gohan.
They did it.
In his like casual clothes. I don't know what's going on with that. I think you wanted to talk about that, KG. Yeah, like Gohan powering up hard too.
Yeah, it's insane to think that Gohan's gonna be involved in some form.
Yeah, and but I want to know exactly why his business attire. That was my question. It's like, okay, you look badass, but you're in business clothes right now, dude. Where's your gi? Where's the gi Piccolo gave you? Where?
Piccolo didn't have time to give him the clothing. Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
but to me personally,
go ahead, KG.
I was gonna. Oh. Okay,
go now.
That. Okay, so what I've been noticing within this opening, and as we already mentioned, is that Gohan for whatever reason is with his clothes, and I feel like what might have happened is that because of course Goku and Vegeta are always usually in their signature clothing. Yeah. Gohan, not really. Gohan wasn't portrayed as that, especially during the Buu saga, and I feel like what was going down, like when you see Vegeta and Goku fighting against these random characters, I feel like Gohan ended up getting in the mix, but he never got the opportunity to change. So he ended up fighting in the business outfit throughout the entire part.
This isn't the first time that's been done. In GT, he fought General Rildo during the Super Android 17 saga in his business attire.
GT's not canon.
It's not canon. I'm just saying this isn't the first time this has been done.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm thinking. I feel like, he might have not had the chance to do so, or he's just feeling like this is his true clothing. This is his true key right here. Mm-hmm. This is what he's going to be using for battles from now on, which, mind you, he looks pretty badass in that clothing. And it's pretty awkward to note that the clothing that he normally wears, with the glasses and all that, is completely different than the one you actually get to see him fighting against these random characters.
Yeah.
Even the pants and everything, they're completely different to what we see in the in the episode where he's just with the glasses, the little I think it was just with a vest and all that.
Yeah.
It was completely different. So I find that really weird. So
I can't wait till he's in his green jumpsuit.
Oh, come on. I don't know. To me personally, I just don't like that jumpsuit.
Yeah.
I hope no.
Yeah, and they really emphasize the fact that Gohan's left the house too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it in the episode. Yeah, in the episode they were like, all right, Goku's living with Videl now.
Mm-hmm. So that's my thought on that. My little predictions, I'm assuming that's what happens later down the arc, whichever arc they do this on. But actually, now that I think about it, do you think they might actually update that?
I think they'll probably
so.
update it.
I actually want another opening. Well, not right now. I mean, another opening. I
want another one.
No. I want another opening 20-something episodes from now. You know how anime regularly does it. They show 30 episodes.
I think they would, since it's modern times now. They can...
Yeah, and besides, we did, KG brought up a really important point. We didn't see Frieza. at all, but he gets his own arc.
Yeah, we saw that one guy that's in the Frieza movie though, which is
Jocko.
Yeah. Which
I feel like there's something with him. I feel like they're going to introduce him early on in the series.
I think Jocko's going to have what they're going to do is probably the same thing they're doing with Beerus, where he hasn't met the Z Warriors yet, but he still has episodes, or he still has screen time. So they're going to give Jocko like random screen time.
I don't no spoilers, but I don't even know who he is. But he's in Revival Left. But yeah,
I'll give you some.
No spoilers.
It's not really spoilers unless you're planning to go to Japan and buy the manga series.
Okay.
He's from another manga, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Akira Toriyama's other character known as Jocko Space Patrolman.
Oh.
And he actually teams up with Bulma's sister in that series.
Oh.
And his original mission was actually to kill Goku when he landed on planet Earth so they could prevent the Saiyan from destroying Earth. But then he got the message, okay, Goku's good. He's legit.
Yeah. He's in Revival Left, though, isn't he? He's right.
Yeah, he's in Resurrection F, and that's what I was going to bring up. In Resurrection F, he's just sort of there.
To be there.
But in, he explains why he's there, but he just shows the hell up. Which is why KG brought up a good point. Since they're spreading these sagas out, we actually can get a smoother transition as to why Jocko's here.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that being said, and I just really love the opening. The ending is good. Don't get me wrong; it's really heartwarming. That opening though, I hum it in my head every day.
Oh yeah, if anything, that's the one thing that any animator should always focus on.
Yeah.
You always want to make sure your opening is
catchy,
pretty much beyond an ending song. Like the ending song could be phenomenal, but you really want the opening one to stand out amongst the two.
Yeah, it gets you in the mood.
Yeah. Because people are going to watch the opening more.
They have to if they want to go watch the episode.
Right. So, yeah, it's just like when Attack on Titans, their first opening was great, and then they changed to the second opening. I'm like, damn it.
The second opening wasn't bad. It just wasn't up to par.
It's not save.
I remember hearing that. I didn't even know it was Attack on Titan. I was like, man, this song, it doesn't even fit Attack on Titan. It feels like something else.
Yeah, but overall, like KG brought up a good point. Like the opening and endings, really good songs. They have to be catchy so that, you can get involved. And I think the opening is what makes the first episode. It's one of the things that makes the first episode just so great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You always got to have a strong opening and a strong first episode to really catch the viewer's attention, especially for a series that is as iconic as Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Balls as general,
Yeah, so now really brief topic. Super Saiyan God Goku, we saw that they flashed him up. They showed signs that he's going to be that. What are your thoughts on the fact that Super Saiyan God Goku is actually going to last more than just that movie?
My one thing I'm only hoping for, and that's mostly specifically because now that we got this happening, and we all can pretty much guarantee that there's going to be a Goku versus Beerus fight, like a God Goku versus God Beerus fight.
Yeah.
I want to, this has nothing to do with what we're talking right now, but I want to hear the song Hero by Flo be played around that time.
Oh, yeah.
I want that song.
Most definitely.
I feel like, if anything,
they have to play it.
Flo needs to do the second opening. Come on, let's be honest. Flo, after what they did for Hero in the movie, I would love to see them be responsible for doing the second opening. Yeah. And I think that would be like maybe 13 episodes later, or maybe 26 episodes. I don't know, but in all honesty, I feel like they would do really great. But the one thing now, going actually to the main topic now, with Super Saiyan God Goku now playing a major role in this, I feel like they might scrap out Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan for a very long time.
Oh, okay.
And here's my reason why. It's because they kind of need to focus more on it rather than just rush to the other one within the span of 10 episodes. So I feel like
that's how I felt like in the movie.
You took the words completely out of my mouth, KG. Goku was Super Saiyan God for the movie, and then immediately gets another transformation in Resurrection F.
No reason to do that so fast.
They had this plan from the beginning.
Yeah, so I'm so glad. That's another reason I'm glad they spread these out in the arcs. We get to have Super Saiyan God Goku for a while.
Yeah, and that really depends on how the transformation is also going to work on this one, because isn't Super Saiyan God supposed to be requiring the powers of the other Saiyans? Like you need
Yes.
about
5 other
five,
Saiyans.
6.
Yeah, Goku learned how to do it himself in the last few seconds of the last few minutes of the movie.
Okay, I'm just curious because
Remember?
But
oh yeah, now I remember.
When the giant when Beerus's giant destruction ball was gonna hit the Earth and Goku ran out of power, he transformed back into Super Saiyan God and absorbed it all.
Oh my God, what if they made an episode explaining that, like how he absorbed it?
Yeah, so like he learned how to do it at last minute.
But isn't the blue hair weaker than the red hair?
No. It's quite the opposite.
What?
No, you're wrong, Tyrone. The blue hair is weaker than the red one.
Wait,
and that's because of the fact that Akira Toriyama actually mentioned this in an interview.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. Wait.
And here's the reason why This is the reason why. This is the most legit reason for this. And I was like,
yeah, I didn't look this far into it.
Okay, so yeah, Akira Toriyama had a fantastic interview talking about the powers of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan being weaker than Super Saiyan God from the first movie. His explanation as to why this was the case is because red looks better than blue.
No, red is a stronger color than blue, he says.
Yes, it's a stronger color. It's powerful. It's almighty. It's He-Man status.
But he turned into this in the movie in the Resurrection F. He turned into
from what I'm trying to get.
And this one looks more like normal state than the other one. Oh my
God. From what I'm trying to understand here. In the first movie, it required the powers of 5 Saiyans, right? That's why it was so powerful. With the blue hair, he can do it himself. So that's why it's probably not as strong.
But Goku's body got used to God Ki rather than regular Ki.
So yeah, but at the same time, even you know what's funny about it too, because it's called Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. The other one's called Super Saiyan God. What?
Like everything about this transformation sounds more powerful than
exactly. It does, but for some reason he says it isn't.
He just threw a monkey wrench into things, but okay.
Let's put it in the way that you mentioned earlier ago in this discussion, Tyrone. He's random. He is completely random, but the point of the matter is he said it, and now it's kind of a permanent thing.
It's law, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So either A, in the anime, they're going to revamp this entire thing to make it seem like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan is actually 10 times better than Super Saiyan God. Or B, he's going to still keep with the idea of saying that Super Saiyan God is powerful because of the color red.
This definitely changes things, not just like DBZ-wise, but anime-wise, because usually in anime, after every arc, a character gets stronger.
See, that's the thing. Can he really...
Battle of Gods is going to make him strongest, and then make him weaker in Resurrection F.
But I feel like that could be a great way to develop his character because, well, then again, it can't because at the finale of Battle of Gods, he did learn how to do the God powers.
Well, the thing was, I don't think he learned it, but he probably can't do it on his own for a while. Okay. He could do it, but he only did it in very desperate times.
Yeah, he couldn't do it on his own, but in that last moment, his body recognized what the power looks like.
Like maybe he can only do that one power when he's at his absolute peak. Yeah,
in a pinch.
I got a question about that. Beerus confirmed in the Battle of Gods movie that the power that he got from Super Saiyan God isn't exactly as strong as when he was in the Super Saiyan God state. You remember when Goku was just fighting Beerus in just Super Saiyan form? And they said he was not at the same level as that of a god, but he was pretty much gained immense amount of strength, right?
Goku's normal ki had gained so much energy from God Ki because the two were in the same body. I'm guessing that his body remembered what the power was and was able to keep up with Beerus for a minute.
Yeah, but it's not exactly God status. It's not exactly as how it was when he was Super Saiyan God. What if that is Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan? What if that power that he obtained was the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and this is just his way to slowly develop back into becoming Super Saiyan God?
I can see that.
It's just so weird to say that because, like you mentioned before, Tyrone, you would think Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan would be a much stronger power than what Super Saiyan God is, but then you
Yeah.
have to do it on the flip, and it's like
Cause
it hurts my head.
even Super Saiyan God, like the way it's shaped, Goku's hair looks like normal state hair, not Super Saiyan hair.
And he also got slimmer.
And he
Yeah.
got slimmer, so everything about this transformation looks weaker than Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Well, honestly, the thing about Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, the only thing that changed is he had blue hair.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah,
the
he
thing
didn't
about
get
Super,
slim, did he?
no, he didn't. Super Saiyan God, the regular Super Saiyan God, he completely like his eyes look completely different now with the red. He's got skinnier. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Kira Toriyama,
Right.
what are you,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
it's definitely it throws a monkey wrench in
You're
things.
lucky we love DBZ so much.
Exactly. It's like, damn it, if this wasn't a good series. But like I guess what KG said probably sums up a large amount of this discussion. The fact that they separated this into arcs rather than just have a 1 hour 50-minute movie definitely will have time to explain a lot more of what's going on.
Yeah, we'll probably get explanation of why this is
So
supposedly
maybe
weaker.
maybe we'll be able to sit down and put these pieces together because there are people out there like Quaman and Rhyme Style and Black and Fist who have literally broken down why Cell traveled back an extra year in time to come back to the past to absorb 17 and 18. Like they have a reason for why that happened.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the obvious plot holes in Dragon Ball Z, and they found a way to actually break them down and talk about them. So I wouldn't be surprised if we found out some more about this. But with that said, I think we can reach our last topic, and that's just what do you all think will happen in the next episode?
looks like Beerus is fighting some monster demon thing. Let's see. Vegeta's going on he's on riding a train. He's
The
riding a
hype train.
Yeah. let's
Question
see.
mark?
So yeah, this is actually the amusement park that Vegeta promised Trunks.
Aww.
So
Like
I'm
what?
actually really
in the original series?
well, in the original series they don't really like it's hard to explain. It's like it's been mentioned a bunch of times. I think in the manga they did it. The anime didn't. But Trunks is supposed to land one punch on Vegeta in training.
Right.
If he does it, he can go to the amusement park.
Oh, I thought you said just the park, like an actual
No,
just regular park.
well, yeah, that's amusement park. It's translated differently. So yeah, Trunks did it, and now they get to go to the amusement park.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my god!
So-
You know what's the one thing I hope for with this one? You see that scene where Vegeta's getting pushed around by all these other people,
Yeah.
and then like at the scene after that, you get to see Vegeta powering up.
Yeah.
I hope he rages to the point that he actually does go Super Saiyan and blows every single person that's like an inch away from him, and you just get to see like these rag dolls just fly across the entire park.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would love that just because it looks so comedic just thinking about it. But then again, I highly doubt that's gonna happen.
Yeah, because he's a good guy now, like completely good.
The one
He's
thing about
good,
this,
but he's very what's the word? He's very I'll think about it later.
the one
Yeah.
thing about this this preview that I'm noticing, the one thing that caught my eye the most is Beerus is he's like licking his lips there at the end, and then he looks at some kind of what do you call that thing? Dial thing. I forgot what you call that thing.
The hourglass.
Hourglass. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think it is? Maybe something important, or is it actually just like, hey, my food's about ready or something? I don't know.
I think it's probably like his food is done.
Oh, okay. Sounds like I'm ready to go to Earth or something. Or I was like, oh.
This is my watch here. It tells me what time I need to go and do all these things.
Yeah, Goku's
But-
apparently training with
King Kai.
well, he's riding a car around. And Goku's
King
got
Kai
this-
is riding his car. I think Goku's using his planet to train. So I think they're going to use that time to mostly develop Vegeta since he didn't show up in the first episode.
Oh, okay. From what it shows, Goku just arrived, it looked like, because he has his hands like...
Yeah, I think,
Suspension.
one thing I actually like, they didn't even have to show Goku going to King Kai. We already took his word for it that he was going in the last episode because he got all that money from Hercule.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was best.
Yeah, so we didn't really have to even see that, but the fact that they're showing it is pretty good.
Yeah, it's good enough, you know.
Yeah, so they're mostly going to develop Vegeta in this episode. It's going to be another lighthearted one, but I love to see that Vegeta... They're using this episode to develop Vegeta since he didn't show up in the first one. So that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this episode just because we get to see, like I mentioned with this one, just the ZBZ the DBZ characters outside of what we most know them about, fighting. It's great to see them just, I don't know, be what they are, just human beings
Regular
just roaming
people,
around. Yeah, regular
right.
people, even though they're not really regular people, they're Saiyans. But you know what I'm saying, right? God damn it, the puns.
Just saying.
Just saying,
But yeah, I agree with KG. We never had a real moment with Vegeta just chilling with the others because like every time Vegeta was on screen, he was either training or fighting. So yeah, it's really good to see a moment. I think there's a brief moment, and it's funny. It's during the Cell Saga where Vegeta's planning to enter the tournament. Yamcha and Krillin are planning to enter, and he insults them.
Yep.
But then Mrs. Brief comes in, and then all this craziness happens, and like something blows up in front of Yamcha, Tien, Krillin, and Vegeta, and Piccolo, and they all do this like wacky blown up animation in a dust cloud. So yeah, when you see Vegeta in moments like that, it's like, huh.
You never would expect it.
Yeah, or Vegeta didn't know what soap was. When he was asking to get his clothes, and he ended up getting a pink shirt from Bulma.
Yes.
And what did it say in the back of the shirt again?
Batman.
Ah, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, I noticed, is that going to be Vegeta's new design he's going to be wearing outside of, his typical Saiyan outfit?
Yeah, the blue collar shirt and the khakis.
Probably.
Yeah.
I hope so. It looks.
Because we see it in the opening as well.
It looks good on him.
Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying, Dane?
Nothing really. There was one thing else I wanted to mention. If you go to 13 seconds in the preview, I don't know if you guys are watching it right now. I noticed something like someone's transporting down to a planet. It looks like. I wonder if that means something there, or maybe that's just Beerus training.
No, I feel like Beerus is just warping from planet to planet to planet to planet at this point.
Oh, probably, yeah.
And it's because Whis knows where the others are.
Yeah. It's really weird, but I guess we'll probably get more answers by the next week's episode. There's not really much we can say about what we can, what we know, because the first episode, as good as it was, didn't really give us that much information in terms of what we can expect,
right.
So it's just a reintroduction episode.
Yeah, we just know that Vegeta going to the park, with his family, and which is a really nice moment between them.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, but Beerus is apparently fighting, like you said, another alien race. And then we see King Kai and Goku's shenanigans. One thing I can really say that I like is that they're picking up the pacing and making it slow at the exact same time. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But what I mean is that the episodes in themselves are paced fast. A lot of stuff happens in one episode.
Oh, but the progression
is slow.
Yeah.
And I like that. I gotta say, that's probably the best way to do Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Because, they, from what we see...
Yeah, I think it fits it.
Yeah, from what we see, I think a lot of stuff is happening in this second episode. But it's still, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It puts just so much.
It's still just Vegeta screwing around at the park, so...
I can't wait. I'm just super excited for this episode, man. It's just so great.
It's so great to be excited for an episode of Dragon Ball Z again, or in our case, Super.
Next time on Dragon Ball Super.
I literally did that when the first episode when they showed Kid Buu in the stuff from the Buu saga.
Yeah, I wonder if they got the original narrator back for that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I literally went last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Well, there's been kind of a controversy going on lately in terms of Dragon Ball Super coming to the U.S.
Yeah.
And that's because
Oh, you didn't hear about
Fox.
They're gonna do it, right?
No.
No.
Well, not yet, because there's been some controversy going on, and Fox TV, the ones that are the ones responsible for the Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. Yeah, they don't want DB Super to come to the U.S. and all that because of how poor DB Evolution did, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Oh my, really?
Yep. And Akira Toriyama is taking that very seriously. He doesn't. I don't freaking know why.
No.
Yeah.
Evolution ruins everything.
and they're saying they're kind of gonna not allow the series to come to the US because of the poor reception that movie got.
But Battle of Gods and Resurrection F made so well. Resurrection F hasn't been out in US
I'm pretty
yet.
confident it's gonna do
It's gonna make
well.
more money than Battle of Gods. I already know that for fact.
Yeah.
But Battle of Gods made so much money in the box office.
It's
So
just,
much.
I guess they couldn't let go of the past, I guess.
Evolution. Just when I think I'm done, because I did the review of Evolution. I did it.
I'm sorry.
How was that painful journey?
I would say go on my channel. It's about an hour long.
No.
Please, guys. You know,
Yeah,
I think
just when I think that Evolution's done pissing me off, it pisses me off again.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, we'll have to wait and see until we get a concrete answer, because even the people like...
I'm pretty sure we'll make petitions. The people... Americans are really devoted to Dragon Ball Z.
Isn't it more popular here than actually Japan? Is that true or not?
It's actually, yeah.
That's crazy.
yeah. Like Japan finds it a popular series, obviously. It's one of the first shonens. It's a great shonen. America freaking loves Dragon Ball Z, even if you're not into anime.
Yeah.
You know about it.
You know
Everybody knows about it.
yeah.
Yep.
Even if you're not into anime, you know what Dragon Ball Z is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of like that type of they show you a silhouette of a character, and then they go into a silhouette of Goku, and you can instantly know who it is
Goku
just by the silhouette.
He's Japanese Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love how they did a Goku Day for Japan, if I'm correct. They had a day specifically dedicated to Goku.
Yeah, so, I'm pretty sure petitions and things are going to be set out for Dragon Ball Super to go into America. I don't doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And it better show up on Toonami, yeah.
Oh,
that would be everybody's wish.
Either there, or I can just buy the,
Well...
Toonami's where most people know Dragon Ball Z.
Well, didn't Kai go to a Nickelodeon?
Kai went to Toonami, too.
Oh, yeah, I remember going to Nickelodeon.
I think it was Nickelodeon first, and then it went to Toonami.
It was Nick first. No, it was Nick, then it went to CW11.
And then it went to
And
Toonami.
then it went to, And
finally, back at its original home.
Exactly. So, Dragon Ball Super, more than likely, it won't make it into America now, but I want it to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I feel like, if anything, they could really bring it back, fast. I mean, look at how Resurrection F is already about to come to the U.S. already.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they just had the stuff with them early on in time, they could have easily been releasing these episodes, maybe a month or two after its first debut.
Right.
But unfortunately, due to complications, I feel like it's not going to be coming out until maybe late next year.
Yeah.
Because, they have to get the cast all back. They have to go and prepare.
Well, that's not really the cast. Getting the cast together isn't hard, especially after Resurrection F.
The one thing I hope for, I want Bruce Faulkner.
Bruce Faulkner soundtrack. Yes, let's go.
Yes.
They probably aren't. Man. Bruce Faulkner soundtrack wasn't well received by a wide audience, just a couple of few fans.
Yeah. But to me personally, I think it was that really made Dragon Ball Z so much more intense than it is,
Yeah.
It's it was the music that goes along with it. So I really would love to see Bruce Faulkner come back and help, with some of the soundtracks in this one. Well, mind you, they could still keep some pieces from DB Super. Yeah. But we'll have to wait until then.
I can make a whole nother video about that, but I'll make a short version. Honestly, I love Bruce Faulkner to death. But yeah, I think if they were to bring him back, they have to remember one rule, and that silence is golden sometimes. Because I love Bruce Faulkner's soundtrack, but unfortunately, he didn't know, songs didn't know when to shut up sometimes. Yeah, there were moments that needed to be silent that were just covered in, guitar bow. I'm like, come on now, shut up.
Well then.
Yeah, some moments need to be quiet.
Oh yeah.
Because it makes the moment more intense. But other than that, any closing thoughts for you guys? We'll start with Dean first.
I'm really, really looking forward to how this series will pan out altogether. I'm like I said, I'm very skeptical But at the same time, I'm really excited because I want to see more Dragon Ball. We haven't seen it in over technically 18 years, besides the 2 movies, of course.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just really excited. I hope these episodes bring out some good stuff and gives me that kind of feeling back, when I first started watching Dragon Ball Z. I'm really hoping we get that feeling, especially after the Frieza arc is over. When we get to that new stuff, it's something like, oh my god, we don't actually know what's going to be happening next, unless they do a 3rd movie, which would be weird. But yeah.
Right. So, we didn't really get to talk about the Universe 6 stuff, but I want that for a whole nother video. Like,
I want to get more information about that.
Yeah, that's hard to get anything.
We don't know anything, so sorry about that if you all wanted us to talk about it, but we don't know anything yet. So, KG, closing thoughts?
Like I mentioned before, it's great to see an old friend come back once again after such a long time. Now I can, it was great at first a year ago. I think that's when Battle of Gods came out. To see that on the big screen, and I never imagined in my life would I ever say I watched Dragon Ball Z on the big screen. Now I can say that again by saying I can watch Dragon Ball Super and not know what's going to happen.
Right, and wait for the next episode to come out every week.
Exactly, and I think that's going to be the most exciting part about this, the anticipation of what they can do. And, it's really hard to say that at the same time because we know the company responsible for this series is the ones of Toei Animation, which uses toilet paper as money for budget prices and all that for the animes. I mean, there was an anime in particular that ended up going down the drain, and I think I know which people, the anime people would know I'm talking about, that Toei Animation did. It was atrocious, let's just say that, animation-wise. So I just hope that Toei Animation treats this with the proper respect and love that it deserves, especially with the lineup. If I'm correct, they call it the Strong Nine or something like that in Japan, where it's about Dragon Ball Z first, and then it's One Piece after that. If I'm correct, that's what they do.
Is Naruto and Bleach up in there somewhere?
No, Naruto is on, I think Naruto's on another channel.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah.
I'm talking about the time slots.
Okay, yeah.
DBZ's first, and then One Piece is after that.
Yeah, I know, because Toriko was in that time slot and got, but it got canceled. So Dragon Ball Z Kai 2014 took its spot.
Yeah. So to me personally,
and they did that specifically because Super was next.
Yes, they knew this was coming, and I'm very happy they did this all in the end of the day. So yeah, I'm just hoping they treat this with the amount of love that it deserves,
right?
And that we can expect greatness as time progresses on. I can't wait to see next week's episode. I can't wait till we actually get to the actual plot, and that's really it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love this series. I don't think I if you all didn't know, I love Dragon Ball, but
I don't know. I didn't get that enough.
I wasn't convinced enough. But I will admit when things happen. Dragon Ball Z is literally one of the best animes in the world, but it's dated. Like I know that it came out in 1980 something. It's dated. It's been dated for a while. So when Dragon Ball Super came around, and I watched the first episode, I literally thought to myself, this is Dragon Ball. It fits right back in. It hasn't... It's old, but it learned some new tricks.
It's like a dog.
Yeah, well, yeah. I didn't know how Dragon Ball would fit in with newer animes that are out now, with the modern style of animes. Because we love Dragon Ball Z, but let's be honest, some of us think Dragon Ball Z was basically ahead of its time. It's 1980, but it's been doing 2000 stuff that I see anime in 2000 and 2010 just now doing. So I gotta say, Dragon Ball Super it fits right in. It's doing it. It's a breath of fresh air. It completely makes me forget about GT. It's doing all the things I wanted it to do, plus some unexpected stuff. I'm really loving what they're doing. Some of the changes that they've made are kind of odd. The fact that they rehashed 2 movies into sagas is kind of odd. But in the end of the day, as weird as Akira Toriyama is when it comes to making series or his steps, rest assured somebody will be pleased with his results.
Somebody.
And usually it's more people that are pleased than displeased, as we can see from Dragon Ball GT. Like GT wasn't his project, but look what happened.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad to see that they found a way to make Dragon Ball something that we can all look forward to again. Like KG said, we're waiting next week for next episodes. This is something for old and new fans alike. This is definitely a welcome back for Dragon Ball, and I gotta say, I couldn't be any happier waiting to review each episode.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with that said, you guys, now that we've done our closing thoughts, what do you all think of Dragon Ball Super? What do you all think of 2 of the movies being rehashed in sagas? You know, all the questions I've asked KG and Dean today, you can type them in the comments. Links to their channels will be in the description. I really want to thank you 2 for showing up for have this discussion with me.
No problem.
Not a problem.
Yeah, so with that said, I will post the information when this comes out on Twitter. You all check out, like I said, check out their channels. They also do Pokemon X and Y reviews along with me. We get together, we do our collabs. So with that said, everybody, we'll see you all in the next video we make, and have a great day, everyone. Is everything okay?
No, it's all right. I was like,
you would like to explain what was going on there?
nothing.
Well, okay.